Okay, so first thing you want to do is you want to head to this website called NoGripRacing. I'll link it in the description. And here is where you can get some of the cars. You just need to create yourself an account first before it'll let you access the downloads. But once you've done that, it's pretty straightforward. You click on downloads at the top there and just scroll down here till you find Project Cars. It's just here, yeah. And then just go to Cars and click on that. You'll have a list here of all the different cars that you can download and install to Project Cars. So for this example, I'm going to be taking the Nissan Skyline. So you want to click on that and it'll bring you to the page, and there's just a big download button here, and then you just click download and it'll start your download. I'm going to cancel that because I already have a copy. So once you've done that, you're pretty much ready to go. There's another site here that has some other cars, the McLaren P1 and the Audi R8 and some other stuff. So you can check that out if you want. So once you're done with downloading it, you'll have a couple of files. The other file, the Project Car modding files, I'll link below as well. You'll need them. So you want to extract the Skyline to its own archive, or out of its archive into a folder, and then you just want to navigate to your Project Cars directory in Steam through the Explorer. Do it like I do with a second window, it makes it easier. You can just come in here, just right click, new, folder, and just call it mods, all caps, no space, and then you're done. This is just to save us time later on. So if we open up the Skyline folder here, we'll see 4 different files. We've got a mods file, we've got 2 different installers for 32-bit and 64, and a readme file. The readme just contains some sort of bug fixes and changelog and a bit of information on how to install it if people are having any difficulties. So first thing we want to do is focus on the mods file. This is a kind of important file. If you open it, you'll see a bit of text at the bottom. This is the crucial bit that you always want from a mods file, is this vehicle name. So we want to copy that. And once we've copied that, we can go back to our Project Cars modding files and extract that to its own folder. This then has its own kind of files that we need to paste into the Project Cars directory. So if we open that, you'll see these 3 different files. Just copy these and then over to our Project Cars directory and paste it into the main directory, not into the mods folder, just in there along with all the different DLLs and the game.exe. So once you see them, they'll be in here, and we'll have our JSGME, our mods, and our tiremod.org file. And this is all we need in the directory for now. So we can now come back to our Skyline folder and go back into we've copied our mods file. So if we come to the corresponding mods file in the game directory, we've already copied the information in here, this bit of text here at the bottom. So we just make sure we have it copied, just in case, and then we'll come to our mods file over here and we'll open the one in here. And now you'll see here at the bottom it says add mod entries below. Just do a space and paste in your text. Now this mods file will continue to add to this with other mods, because this is a permanent file. The one that came with the Skyline is just the kind of code you need to paste into that. So I'm going to run the 64-bit installer, and here it'll say that you need a legitimate version of Shift to Unleash, but you can get by this by clicking Next, click Browse, and then navigate to your Steam directory, wherever it may be, into Steam Apps, Common, down to Project Cars, and just highlight the folder. You don't need to click in, and click OK. And then you're going to have to do the same sort of process again, browse, and then scroll to the top, close out of the wrong drive, go to the right drive, come down to your Steam Apps again, Common, down to Project Cars, make sure it's highlighted, and hit OK. And then click Next. And just click Yes on that. And once you're done, just hit Install, and it should install properly for you. And then just hit Finish. So that's our first car nearly installed. Last thing we need to do here is run the JSGME tool, and it'll give us a warning here about the mods folder, or if you've already got other mods. So just hit OK. And now if you've done all this successfully, you should see, like I have here, a Skyline on the left side, and you just want to click this blue arrow and that will paste it over to the right, and that will mean it's activated and installed. So we can close out of JSJME as that's our first one. Now for our second car, this one I'm going to show you for an example of how the tire mod file works. Some cars require it and some don't. Those that do will crash if you don't have the right settings put in, so this is why I'm showing it. So again, we'll see a similar structure, but we have a tiremod.org file in here corresponding with the one that we have in our actual game directory. So you want to open the one that's in here in a second, just to make sure we've got the right settings pasted in. So first we're going to focus on our mods file as we did before, and because there's two different models of the car with this pack, we copy both lines of text at the bottom of the mods file, come across to our Project Cars in-game mods file, open that where we see our Skyline from earlier, and just do a line break and then just paste both of them in like so, and then hit save. So now we've got all our mods files correct for the two cars we're trying to install. Now we just want to run our 64-bit or 32-bit after that. So come down to the tire mod file first, and you need to edit this with Notepad, select all, and then just copy. And just close that one to make sure we're not editing the wrong one. Come across to your game directory, tiremod.org, right click, edit with Notepad, and then we're simply just pasting this in here and then saving the file. And then just close out. So that's the tires settings all done right. So now we can come and install our Supra. I'm going to run the 64-bit. Again, it's the same thing as earlier, just talking about the Shift 2 thing. We just click next. And again, we're just going to go through that process of browsing to the game directory in your Steam folder. So Steam Apps, Common, and down to Project Cars. And again, just make sure it's highlighted, and then next, and then rinse and repeat again. And choose Project Cars. So once we hit OK, then we can click next, just click yes, and then hit install. And that should install both of the Supra models, or whatever car you're doing, but for this example the Toyota Supra. So once that's done, we can click on finish. Now really all we need to do is run JSGME tool, and you should see both the Supras listed, and it's a simple process again of just clicking the enable. Now you will get an error here because more than one mod is installed, but this works fine. Just click yes to ignore that error. It hasn't got any in-game issues. So once both of them are done, we have all our mods installed for this example. So now we're pretty much just ready to go and launch the game and see if they're working.
Go, go, go!